transaction record. Okay. So we will start from the basic to become a software developer. What we have to read and what we have to know for a software job. Okay, so this is the main agenda of today's topic. There are three standards, like three step or three phases, we can say. One we have to know about technologies. Okay. Second, we have to know what to read, what we can left for right, left for some time, like not now. What we can we can skip, what we can skip for now. Okay, and third is the road map. Okay, so this is a three scenario we have to go through. So let's consider we have to develop a website. Okay, so website we are developing. In website, like consider for example Facebook. Okay, so in fact, like for example, we have a Facebook website, facebook.com. Okay, so there are three scenarios. Like in every website, there are three scenarios. One will be a user interface. Okay, and to processing that one, there will be some like, okay, that is come later. Consider this is a user interface of FB. Like this is your home, and this is the search bar, search section, and this is your profile. Okay, these are the posts, like these are the side panel, these are notification panel, and these are the posts. Some post your parents are posted in the here. So like consider only your information. Just if you consider about your information, that should be stored somewhere now. Then only your information will get retrieved, or we can access your data. Somewhere we have to store. So that is nothing but database. Okay.
Okay.
So this is nothing but database. Okay. But there are two scenarios. Like this is your front end. Here, this is our scenario of front end. Front end. Okay. And this is our DB database. Database, otherwise DB, short from DB software. Okay.
Okay.
So front end, nothing but what you can see. Like consider if I go to Chrome, if I go to Facebook. Okay. So here you can see now this interface is called as like front end. Okay, we can see this interface. Okay. So this is a front end or user interface, UI. Okay, user interface. And these are database software, like where we store all the information. Just to consider, you give some details like your name, address, email ID, phone number, and age, and your friend's name, your photos, your
Preference and all.
all the things, like whatever you give the informations, like qualification. We have fill the info profile now. We make a profile now. In the profile, we give all the details like qualifications, all the things. Qualification, working, what are work, all the things were mentioned in a profile. That all the things will go and will store in some way. If they will not store permanently, if you open the next time that website, the data will be vanished now. Just consider you create an account. We are not storing it with a permanent data from permanent store. Then that will be vanished now.
Correct.
So we have to store somewhere. That is nothing but database software. Database software is nothing but like arranging a data in menu format, table format to permanent storage, like to a permanent time. If you delete a database software, then the data will be vanished. If you like your database is crashed, then your data will vanish. But until that situation, we have to store data permanently. Okay. That is like that when you just write something in paper. Okay, that will be permanent. If you take care of the paper, that will be permanent. Okay. If you make a laminate on the paper, if you kept so like properly, then that will be forever. Okay. And but when you just write something on the board like chalk and white like black. Then when you just after some time if that water will like some water will come or drop on that board, that will letters will be vanish. Okay. That is a temporary. That is a temporary. Okay. So, but if we open next time, if our data will vanish, again you have to fill now. That is the wrong way. So we have to store somewhere, and next time when we just log in, it will collect from the database. Okay. So, do you think like this? This is the scenario. Okay, somewhere your data will be stored, and from there only you are retrieving data from next time. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
So there will be something who will control everything, right? Who will control all the things. Now we can't store data directly to the database, and we can't retrieve data from the database directly. There will be someone who will handle all the things. Okay.
Okay.
This is nothing but backend language. Okay. So backend language is backend language is that language or that process or that way who can read the data from front end and convert some required, like convert some logic, adding some logic and store into database. And that backend logic language only or logic only will collect the database, collect the required field from database, collect the required thing, required information from the database and display in the front end.
Okay.
Okay. So the backend nothing but is a language. Backend a language who just have the control that will read the data and store database and collect the data from database and display in the front end. One type of mediator.
Correct.
Okay. So now we are getting three terms. Okay. First, front end. Okay. So for front end, we have to learn below languages like the sequence, like normal steps we have to know. Basic thing is HTML. Okay. Hypertext markup language. Okay. What the meaning of HTML?
Hypertext markup language.
So this is a like a raw thing, raw we can say raw thing. Like everything what you see in website, that is nothing but HTML only. Okay. Whatever the format will come to your browser, that anyhow will convert as HTML. Means it is a base pillar, whatever you can say. If you don't know HTML, then nothing will start from UI. Okay.
Okay.
HTML is a base on the top of everything, like in behind HTML is required. Like consider if you create a small website also, there will be some HTML classes, sorry, HTML file are there where they wrote HTML things. Okay. Hypertext
Correct.
markup language. Like consider
Mm.
something will come like some website like
It will
Google.
be the base.
Base
Hmm.
only. Like if you open the google.com also, if you right click and if you go to inspect, okay, you will see lot of code. Okay, this is the code
Okay.
behind this page. Okay, this page, see what is the name, doc type,
HTML.
yes, html, okay,
Mm.
and of HTML only. The web page means HTML. Whatever you see in the browser, that is nothing but HTML. On the HTML they do some CSS, JavaScript, all the things. Okay, we will come to the CSS, all the things. Okay,
Okay.
first we have to know HTML. Okay, so
Mm.
let's just think for HTML. Like HTML means what you can say, a house. It like consider this is a house. Okay, this is a house.
Mm.
Okay, this is a house we create. This we have a house. Okay, like we don't have any color, all the things. Just rawly we created right now. Okay,
Mm.
HTML. Okay, so then come to CSS. Cascading style, cascading style sheets. Okay, like
Mm.
after that, after just creating the house, we just plaster it. We done wiring, we done plaster. We just give the colors. Like I give the color,
The designing color.
then in color.
Mm.
That is nothing but CSS. Okay,
Okay.
and
Mm.
moreover, for everything we have to create a files. Okay,
For everything we need to create.
a file.
Okay.
Like for HTML, to write the HTML code, we have to create a file. Na? Where we have to write?
Mm-hmm.
If we write some code or something, we have to write somewhere. Na?
Correct.
Normally, where we wrote in normally we wrote in text file, like normal text file. If you want to wrote something, what you do? Open Notepad, then you write. Na? This is my
Yes.
okay.
Mm.
Like if I say something, just write your like prepare small give your information. So what you do, just name, my name is X, my age is Y. Okay, then you save that file. Na?
Mm.
When you just saving that file, there will be a name and saving type is there. Na?
Correct. Mm.
So like if I give the name is text, then the file extension means nothing but after the dot, what we have that is called extension.
Yes.
Okay, so if I create a HTML file, then I have to store with the .html.
Okay, like we save XMLs or
Consider we create a file.
Excel.
We create a file.
Mm.
So what is the HTML name? This is the file name. Okay, index is the file name. What is the HTML file name? We will come if we take the name is
Index.html.
this one. Okay, like that we have to create a like .css. Okay, got it?
Okay.
Then we have to know JavaScript. Yes, JavaScript. Okay, like JavaScript, some function like consider you onboard a bore kind of thing in your house. You just open a bore for the water supply. Okay, you take a meter connection for electricity. Okay,
Mm,
you take a cable
mm,
connection for television. Okay, like
mm.
some functionality. Okay, functionality operation. For that, you have to know JavaScript. Okay, JS.
Okay.
File name, extensions name, the .js. Okay,
Okay.
so there are some another thing, jQuery. It is a library. Like consider what you like jQuery. I don't know like full from also. That is jQuery only. Like JavaScript query something. It is a library. Okay, it have all the like if you do some function, just consider if you do some function related some information it have. Okay,
Okay.
so we will go through detail. Like jQuery is something you have to know, like Ajax, like without loading we have to get some information. Like consider there is a web page, without refresh or reload this page, if I choose something then other thing will be changed. For that we need Ajax. Consider there are two drop down. Okay, for example,
Mm.
there is a country drop down na? Country and state.
Okay.
If I
Mm.
choose India, then India related information will come in the second step or like drop down, like second text field. Like when you just fill some form, when you just
Second tab. Mm.
choose India, then all the country, all the states come here now in below field, below section,
Yes.
like that. This for without reloading, without refreshing. If you done changes, that is called through Ajax. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, there are some bootstrap. Boot, bootstrap. It is a framework. Okay, framework means like framework means I will tell. Okay, later. The concept is like remember this is a framework. Like that, there are so many things. SAS, like SAS is not much important, but we have to know. Okay, then consider the most important things: React, JS, Angular. Okay, these are some extensions of JS only. We can say these things. Okay, on the top of JS we have to read, but these are framework. Okay, this thing
Okay.
we have to know at least in for front end UI, user interface.
Interface.
Okay, user interface. So front end or front end developer or UI full stack developer, UI
Mm.
developer means full stack developer, full stack developer for UI only, like not all full stack developer. For that you have to know two things: UI, UX. So I will tell about UX later. Just to remember, UX like designing thing. Like for example, just you can see there is a designer. This is a, like this is a design only. Okay, this is not through
Mm.
nothing. This is we designed. Okay,
Mm.
okay. All the designing part, like our website should look like this. Okay.
Okay.
For creating a website, we have to create a design, like a blueprint. Consider
Blueprint. Yeah.
blueprint. When you just go for creating a home, you prepare a blueprint na, to prepare where to kitchen,
Very.
where you have to temple, where you have to like all the things like dining hall, all the things. Okay, so the
Mm.
planning or that basic designing we can do through UX. Okay, so you have to use
Okay.
tools. There is a no language like that. Like you have to know some tool like Adobe XD, Figma. Like there are a lot of tools. Okay, so we will also
Mm.
I will explain later when the requests come. So for the front end, we have to know at least this much as of now. There are so many things we have in the front end, like so many things like dot PHP, like not PHP, dot Node.js, all the things is there. TypeScript is there, like so many things is there. But as of now, we have to need this much of thing. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have to go for the database part. Okay.
Mm.
Database. So all the thing clear is about the our front end. No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Query and Ajax were written in JavaScript file or HTML file. We can write everything in Java HTML file. Okay. There are some tags. If you use the tags, you can write everything in HTML file. You need to create separate file. But consider there are huge project, so you have to separate the code. At that time, we have to create different file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So database. Database is a storing device. Your phone have memory now.
Yes.
That is also a small storage device.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, there is a database software. Like it will occupy the memory where we install. Okay. Like consider you install a database software. There are so many database software we have. If you install a database software, that will occupy a space in your system. Okay.
Okay.
So for that, there are some softwares like that. Softwares we have. Oracle.
To store the data.
Yes, that is only database software. MySQL, PostgreSQL. Okay, these are the SQL database. SQL, structure query language. Query. Sorry, if spell mistake, just give me the like. Don't consider that spell mistake. Okay, language.
Okay.
Okay, structure query language means what does it mean? To access these databases, okay, to access this database, we have to know SQL. SQL is a like some type of coding kind of thing, okay, not real coding, but there is some script you have to write. Okay.
Okay.
For that we have to learn SQL. Okay, in market you will get to like learn Oracle. In the Oracle, they will learn SQL only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The query what you learn in Oracle, that will applicable for the MySQL, that will applicable for the PostgreSQL.
Okay. All three are similar only.
Similar, but some cases, like in some point of view, small changes are there. Okay. When you
Mm-hmm.
not major change, just consider there is a employee table. There have some informations like employee ID. Okay.
Name.
Employee name, salary, job. Okay. If I need all the information, I have to write a query. Select
Correct.
from EMP, because the table name is EMP.
Employer.
EMP or employee,
Okay.
whatever. If you write this query in Oracle, you will give the all result. It will give the all result. And if you write the query in MySQL, it also give the same result. If you write same query in PostgreSQL, it also returns same results. But some point of view, there are some changes like logical, physical schemas. Lot of like query will not change. Okay, the structure, the storing, the types. Okay, that may be changed, but query never going to change. Small changes are there. That is a negligible. You can learn. If you learn Oracle, then you can learn MySQL. But you have to know like some functionality that Oracle provide. Oracle not provide, that MySQL maybe provide. Okay, that difference you have to know.
Okay.
Okay, if you learn the
Mhm.
differences that between the tables, if you like just consider, if you learn Oracle, then you have to, when you just go to the MySQL, you will learn same thing. You have to measure focus
It will be easier.
easier,
Mm.
easier, because already you know everything. You have to just read the small changes or new functionality, or that something that will available in Oracle that may not available in MySQL. You have to learn the things. Okay,
Okay.
so database only not about SQL. There are another scenario nowadays picking the market, no SQL databases. Okay, and some Hadoop kind of thing also here we can learn. Okay, Hadoop. These are big data. These are the another scenario. Okay, seriously, this is another scenario. Big data. These are not our concept as of now. Okay, seriously, these are not our concept. Okay, Hadoop, big data. Like if your website
Okay.
like generate ton what terabytes TB kind of data per day, per hour.
Mhm.
Like consider in Facebook, millions billions people have the account. Like if they post the photos, that photo like consider 1 KB also, 1 MB also. So 1 billion into 1 means 1 billion MB. Okay, hello.
Mhm. For that, we need to use this big data.
Big data, yes. So there are another scenario in NoSQL database, like I think you heard the name MongoDB, MongoDB, Cassandra, Couchbase, Couch. Sorry, I forgot the spell. Okay, some Couchbase. Okay, then something more thing also there. Like I remember two things, Cassandra and MongoDB. For that, you need not to read SQL. For this thing now,
Okay.
you need not to read SQL. Need not to read SQL. Okay,
Mhm.
because this is not a query based. Okay, you can store data as document. There is, if you store data in Oracle, these columns are fixed. Okay, here there is no column fixed. You can store like anything. We will go through also these sections little bit. Okay, any confusion between database softwares?
Voice is breaking.
Hello, hello,
Okay. Sorry.
am I audible?
Hello.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Like, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything you have doubt on the database section?
No.
Okay. So for the database, you have to learn at least Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL. So nowadays, like Oracle is in,
Okay. So what is the use of NoSQL DB?
okay. So the use of the NoSQL DB, like to learn the query, to getting the results, to retrieve the results, we have to learn SQL. Okay.
Yes.
So that
Mhm.
will decrease the part of reading process, and moreover you have a fixed columns. Like consider if you want to store a
Hmm.
address of the employee ID. Okay, so there is no address now. So for that, what you have to do, you have to create a table, address table. There you have to mention same employee ID also same. There you have to mention employee ID, according to the employee ID all the address informations. Okay, So that two tables will be on relation. Okay, but here there is a no case like that. If Ram, just consider, if Ram have three details: name, age, gender. He don't have the address.
Mm.
But Syam, like consider this is Ram, but Syam have address also. See, he want to store address and phone number. Syam. More like these are main disadvantage I can say of this. Anyhow, we need not to read the SQL, we need not to create anything. Okay, name, age,
Okay,
gender.
so if in SQL language we need to store extra fields or extra data, then we need to create new tables.
Yeah,
Correct.
yes.
But in
Here,
non-SQL
not
DB,
people. You
we
can
can store it.
directly
And yeah,
because this is one
okay.
object only, like one kind of object you can store in the database. Phone number. Like here also we can alter the table, but this is not a good
Mm.
approach. Like by altering, there are some concepts like we can add the address column here, but this is not a good part. Okay, just consider
Okay.
you insert 100 results. Okay, and after
Mm.
inserting 100 results, you're just adding the adding a column like address, and you storing the address, all the things, but you forgot to mention the 100 results address. That is not a good part now. So better to create another table and mapping, like give a relationship to between the tables. The common thing, relationship is nothing but common thing, like relationship in your family. You are coming from one blood chain now.
Mm.
So like that here, the employee the blood chain.
Okay.
Common thing is making the relationship. You have to become like
Mm-hmm.
same surname, or you have to become from same like blood chain. Then you will become relation na? Like there will be relation.
Correct. Mm.
Okay, like that there is a relation, employee. Okay, so I will tell all the scenario when we read about database. Okay, so this is all about two things:
Okay.
content and database. The main part we have to know backend. Okay, for backend we have to learn a language, definitely. Okay, for backend we have to
Mm.
learn a language like there are HTML. Sorry, Java. Main thing Java, Python. Okay, Python, .NET also there. Then some Node.js kind of thing also there. I don't think PHP is there. Okay, there are a lot of things will there. Like lot of languages in available in market. Kotlin, Scala, okay, Ruby, lot of things is there.
Selenium.
Selenium is the part of testing.
Okay.
That will come in backend only. Like when you just develop the code, that will come the Selenium, all the things. Okay, that
Okay.
will cover in
Mm.
another day. Okay, so this is
Okay.
the like
Mm.
scenario. We have to learn one of the language. In the language, there are so many things like in Python, concept Python, basic Python, advanced Python, Django, lot of things you have to learn. In .NET, C Sharp,
Mm.
ASP.NET, lot of things. PHP also lot of things. In Java, core Java, advanced Java, framework also you have to know. In framework, Spring, Hibernate, lot of things will come in one languages. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like maybe there is a myth or there is a like the truth, I don't know. Java have a huge market as of now for the development. Okay, one thing,
Okay.
why all the banking, all the sectors, finance sector, banking sectors, they need Java projects, and the all the projects developed in Java only, because Java
Mm.
is robust, secure. For that reason, the secured application develop on Java only. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so like this. Okay, and Python also have a lot of things, but Python is not picking for development. There is a hype in market. for Python, for data science only, seriously. Okay,
For what?
for data scientist, data science,
Okay.
machine learning,
Mm-hmm.
AI, deep learning, artificial intelligence. Okay,
Okay.
for that
Mm.
reason, Python is good, but not for development. Okay, seriously, not for development. And if someone fresher, he want job in data science, it is not a easy part and not a good part also, I can say. Okay, to
Okay.
become a data science, your brain should be that much of mature enough to get the things. Okay, so that will come through experience. Not easily you can get to the data science job if you start in, like, you can learn. There are so many institute you can learn data science easily, but there is a no guarantee that you will get job on data science. Okay, no one can give the guarantee, seriously.
Okay.
Okay, these are scenarios you have to learn, like front end this thing, and database also in this thing, and from backend you have to choose one thing. Okay, got my point?
Okay.
So
Yes.
uh, okay, if you learn Java, then you can skip these things, then not to read Java another things. But in case in
We
here,
can cover it.
uh,
Hmm.
here you have to learn everything. Like if you skip the SAS, you can skip it, the SAS section. And Angular React need when you become a full stack Java developer. Okay, so there is a scenario, like
Okay.
not a full stack UI developer. There is a full stack Java, only full stack developer on Java. Like then you have to know three things: front end, back end, and database. So then you have to like master at least 80% master on database, 80% master in UI, and 100% master in Java. Like that will not
Backend
easy.
Java.
Backend 80% or consider 80% only. Okay, like 100% Java, if you master,
Hmm.
then you will become James Gosling, the father of Java. Okay, 80% also
Okay.
toughest part. Like we can measure that. We can say 80% I know. Okay, in
Hmm.
20%, if you learn that 20%, that will more than your 80%. Okay,
Okay.
we have to scale 50-50, but it not sounds good. That's why I make scale 80-20. But that 20 have a more majority more than your 80. Okay,
Got it.
that means your that
Hmm.
that rest 20 is the double of your 80%. That means that is 20, nothing but 160%. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, if you learn that 20%, then you will learn your 80 thrice, like 80-80, means 160. Okay, like consider like 80-80, if you know all way, then you will become a full stack Java developer. So the skipping part, the second section, what we have to read and what we can skip. So from the front end, you can skip as of now these three things. Like if you know like little bit, if you start the journey with the front end, then you can learn this much. Then anyhow you will get a like good job. For more salary, for more hike, you need this much in UI only. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
one plan for UI. So these things you have to quickly cover. Like you have to grip on these things. Then when you will get
Hmm.
a good salary. Like I can't fix the salary, and but if you know, if you get more salary and more experience, then go for these things. Market is demanding for this Angular and React. Okay, but for the
Okay.
Angular React, you have to know this much. At least this much you have to know. Okay,
Okay.
this is the prerequisite visit. Prerequisite visit means
Prerequisite.
prerequisite. So to learning, to before learn something, you have to know something. That is the prerequisite.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is a thing for a front end. For database, there is no prerequisite. Prerequisite. You can directly start with Oracle, and you can stop with MongoDB, and you can skip this part now, like MongoDB and Hadoop. Okay, big data. You can learn only Oracle. Then
Hmm.
you can learn MySQL, PostgreSQL easily. Okay, at least one thing. But
Okay.
you can skip all the things. Like if you cover the Oracle, that means you already cover the MySQL and PostgreSQL. Just you have to know some concepts. Okay, that you can learn by your own.
Hmm.
Okay. So Oracle also
Okay.
coming SQL, PL SQL that we will cover. What is a PL SQL? What is SQL? What is no SQL? Okay, SQL and PL SQL come under one section only. Okay, PL SQL. There are some another term.
Hmm.
Okay, procedure
Yes.
language, query
Hmm.
language, structure query language. Something is there. I will tell. And no SQL you can skip, and big data also you can skip. Okay. So for backend, we
Okay.
have to just consider one thing. If you try to learn all the things,
Java.
uh, what you can choose, you can choose. So we preferably choose Java only because we are Java people.
Hmm.
There is a nothing reason we are crazy about Java. So Java is good only for us. Maybe Python is good for Python people, but I'm not saying like that is a like a wrong language. You can't learn. You don't have to learn. There is a requirement you have to learn. When you just go for data science, AI, then you have to learn Python. Okay.
Okay.
But for development, for a development, for a full stack developer, for a good salary, seriously, you have to learn Java. Maybe Python
Need to
people are
learn
getting more
Java.
salary, but Java have more
Hmm.
opportunity and more salary rather than Python. I can say openly, seriously.
Okay.
And if you know Java very well, then salary not decided by the HR. Salary will going to decide by you. I need this much, then I will join your company because I'm getting this much. I need this much. If you can pay, then I can go. If you not pay, I don't want to go because
There is a use requirement.
yes,
Hmm.
because I have knowledge on Java and I'm master on Java
Hmm.
and I have experience on Java. And if you crack the interview, then you can demand anything.
Correct.
And moreover, if you join as a like a senior guy and like experience and you crack the interview very well, then you can demand like anything. I need this much of bonus, joining bonus, this much of fixed salary, this much of variable salary. I need this much of accommodation. All the thing you can ask.
Hmm.
Okay, seriously. Maybe in Python.net they are giving PHP also they're giving, I don't know. But because I'm becoming Java field, belong to Java field, I know that about Java fields. Okay.
Okay.
So these are the things. Okay, we will go for the roadmap. So we can learn parallelly Java basics and HTML, and from all the things we can start like parallel.
Hmm.
Okay, in this scenario, we can sit like there are a okay control Y. What is the cursor? Acha. Okay, just consider there is a boat. Okay, there is a boat kind of thing. One boat,
Hmm.
two boat, three boat. Okay, so at a time you can go through that. Like you can sequentially you can start learning. If
Hmm.
your plan to become a full stack developer, just plan like that. Start HTML 1 hour, not much and more. Don't think we can complete all the thing in one day. It won't.
1 minute.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me.
If you want to become a full stack developer, just plan like this. Okay, HTML with small
Hmm.
Java, core Java, start with core Java and start with SQL. Okay, and don't think I can learn HTML 2 hour, core Java 2 hour, SQL 2 hour. You don't have this much of time. No one can patiently read. Okay, because we
Hmm.
already working people. Yeah, maybe there is
Correct.
a guy they have to job they're starting the job like they can give 2 hour 2 hour 2 hour, if you are fresher and if you have much time, if you pass out your college, I will say just give 2 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour, read 2 hours, make a revision 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay,
Mm.
like three,
Okay.
9 hours you can spend. If you have more time, if you need more knowledge, just spend 4, 4, 4. So, okay. But as we are like
Okay.
working people, so we don't have any time. So that much of time. So 1 hour or 1.5 an hour, 1 hour or 1.5 an hour, 1 hour and 1.5 an hour. Because you have to read and revision like at the time only.
Mm.
Reading, revision. Maybe if you need the revision, we can do the revision on weekends. So read thoroughly 1 hour, 3 hour, at least 3 hour per day. We can find out 3 hour per day. Okay. This is the roadmap.
Okay.
This is a roadmap for full stack developer. Like after HTML complete, start CSS. Like that after, if you start the CSS, the core Java is will not going to finish. Core Java is huge concept. CSS. Then after CSS, maybe your core Java is finished. Then go for advanced Java. When and SQL will complete read about PL SQL. If you learn PL SQL also, then go for the other database MySQL. After MySQL learning, then go to the PL SQL. Yeah, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery in sequentially. Everything will go into sequentially. Java
Okay.
complete, advanced Java complete, framework section complete, Java 8 features, Java 9 features, like some additional concept, design pattern, all the things. Then tools in between the core Java journey, you have to learn the tools. That is a roadmap for Java. We can't mix here. This is a roadmap for full stack developer. Okay.
Mm.
That is a separate discussion, like what you have to learn Java, or from Java what you like mainly what you learn in Java, that will another topic. Okay, that we can cover separately. This is a topic for like become a full stack developer.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so this much thing you have to know. Any doubt?
Not as of now.
Okay. Okay, I will send the this paint, just check it out. And if you okay with these things, what you want to start, you can we can plan. Okay.
Okay. Fine.